Good evening, everybody. Come on in. Okay, yes, Lovelace. Yes. She must start early. Hey, Susan, you were right there behind her. Come on in. All the way from Virginia. Yeah, come on in, everybody. Welcome to Fulfilling Soulful Conversations, Soulful Music, and good insights. Hey, Sean, I love you too. Crucian Lam from Georgia. Hey, tonight we're dedicating to the spirit of Peggy Zimmerman, who used to be in our chat, passed on over to the other side. She ascended up out of here. And I know she's right here with me. Hey, Keith, welcome. All the way from Idlewild. Yeah. I'm choosing heaven today. Hey, Sharon. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing the right key. Come on now, girl. Here we go. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love, yeah. I'm choosing love today. Put the quality in the chat. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing peace. Put it in the chat what you want me to do. Peace, love. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing peace today. I choose love. I'm choosing love today. That's what Peggy would say. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing harmony. I'm choosing harmony today. What, Max? I'm choosing harmony today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing harmony today. Healthful living. I'm choosing health today. What about this? I choose to be healthy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing to be healthy today. I'm choosing bliss today. Thank you, Dawn. One syllable. I'm choosing bliss today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing bliss today. I choose release. I choose to release today. Come on with it, Reese. I choose to release today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing to release today, which really means I'm choosing freedom today. Thank you, Carrie. I'm choosing freedom today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing freedom today. I'm choosing heaven. I'm choosing heaven today. Ade, that's what I'm talking about. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing. I'm choosing heaven today. And I am walking Thank you, Peggy Zimmerman, for being so close with us tonight. She's with us. She's in the invisible. She passed over. And she said that body she had has faded into the light. Let it fade on into the light. She's free. She's free. And she's with us. So much love. So much poise. Peace. There's power in that. And Peggy says, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Hey. All right now. Susan Douglas, age 64 was... All right, so Susan Douglas is flying now. We released her to the other side. That's what Gretchen Mickler said. Thank you. And there are others who have passed over that I don't know, but I did know Peggy, and Peggy was part of this group. And she'd be right under your name, Gretchen, every time you'd be posting. She'd be right there. Peace be still. Oh, yeah. God is good. Hey, Life Coach Ade. You mighty quiet over there, my brother.
Oh, you were doing your thing. You were bringing us in and centering us. So I needed to be in that place of stillness, breath by breath, so I can choose heaven today.
He got the answers tonight. He's got it going on. Hey, Mickey. So come on in. Oh, Martika. What? What's up, Martika? Good to see you. Monique. Let's see who's Marianne. So we have some people here on Gretchen, of course, Florence Benjamin. So just come on in. Kiana, loving you, girl. And Dawn. Well, I saw Dawn, Sharon, and everybody whose name I mentioned earlier. Come on in and welcome to Soul Fulfilling. We're here with Life Coach Ade, and we were having a sizzling little conversation before we went live today. And it was the and so when Ade had to go use the facilities and restore his personal comfort, Jeff and I went deeper into the conversation, and I said, this is a good conversation. But before we do all of that, don't y'all think I'm looking kind of cute tonight? Come on. Mm-hmm. This new hairdo is good. Georgia did good.
Wait, what do you mean tonight? I thought you look cute every night.
You're not with me every night.
Oh. I meant every Wednesday. Damn. You just said it.
Wait a minute. Okay. Don't get the people the wrong idea. No cougar up here. So we just give thanks for our time together this evening and for our conversations and for our joy. So do you want to start it off, Life Coach Ade?
Yeah. So yesterday on my podcast, I had my friend and mentor, Rev D, Deborah L. Johnson. And she shared something that I've always known, but there was something about the way she said it yesterday. Susan said Ade is blushing. Yeah, I think I turned purple. Black people don't turn red.
So what you blushing for?
Well, when you said you're not with me every night, you got to keep up.
He's still blushing from that.
That's what Susan said. I can't see myself.
Oh, Susan said.
Yeah, Susan said that. I'm just looking at a reflection of myself. I don't know if I am.
Keep going. So what happened on Being You podcast on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific time?
So Rev D said, let me not take it from memory. She said, everything unlike what you want to manifest must come up to be healed. And when she said that, it just hit me. When I reflect back now, I mean, yeah, I look back, reflect back, it's, it touched me in a way that was new because of the journey that I'm moving through. Because I'll speak for myself when I'm going through things, even though I am aware and I'm doing the work and I know that I'm one with God. I say I believe that. There are times I act like I don't know what the flip I know. There are times when I'm like, God, why is this happening? I feel like I'm not getting it right. I'm messing up. I'm not as good as some other people that I know. I need to elevate my consciousness. And I go hard and beating myself up. And of course, hearing that yesterday, I was in a different place. So I think my heart was already ready to hear that. So when it was said, it was a reminder that the things that have been coming up that felt like pain, that felt like struggle, that felt like confusion, it's coming up to be healed. It's moving. I was staying with it, allowed me to look at what is happening and then get to a place where I say, I surrender. And which is that's the journey I've been walking. Like, I surrender to what is happening.
I understand all of this you're saying, but give me the quote again.
Everything unlike what you want to manifest must come up to be healed. Y'all should have been there at the beginning of before we went live.
Because what I said, because it was a statement, and I love Dr. Deborah Johnson. So this is not me, testing her words, but I was like, I don't, like that was not my truth. That everything unlike I'm not in the world and like that of everything unlike what you want to manifest is going to come up to be healed. And so what I said it'll come, if it comes up to be loved. That's what I said. And then Ade said, well, love, heal. And I was like, no, it's like what you said was that it comes up to be healed. So what that did for me was it said that if there's something that I want to realize in my life, if there's something a place that I want to realize, that all these things are going to come up, to be so that I can clear the field to receive what it is that I say I want. And what I'm saying is that I'm already there. It's like the necessity of that clearance process. I don't claim that. I'm not saying that what she said is, it's a point of view. It's what I said. It's a point of view. And sometimes with teachings and the way they're delivered, people take those teachings like it is the absolute truth. And what it is, it's a point of view. It's a point of view. And that's all. So from my point of view. Right. And then there's the truth. And the truth is just like that they're like holding all of us in its isness. It's going like, that's a good conversation though. Yeah. Like the ancestors are going like, but that's a good conversation. Because that's high talking when you're talking about something like this, where you're looking at it. If I'm choosing heaven today, then I don't want to feel like all hell gonna break loose to be healed before I can experience heaven. I'm just saying, the simpler,
That's not how I receive it. Because when you talk about love and healed, I see them as the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the words were that it's going to come up to be healed. And maybe the difference, because people do not use those words interchangeably. Usually when there's something to be healed, it feels like there's something that's out of sorts. And that's why we're using that language.
Well,
healed,
okay. That's
but even that at the core has got to be the place where we can love even that, to be able to surrender. So I know where you're going.
Okay.
And I'm just saying what you said.
Yeah, because the love and healed for me is the same thing.
Hey.
it is that. So if I'm saying that, as you used an example earlier, if I say I want to be more loving to myself, and then I find myself, I'm going to use a real example.
No, no, you didn't say more loving to yourself.
No. I'm saying I'm using the example that love healed. I'm speaking to that.
Okay.
So the love and healed. If I want to be more loving to myself, if I'm saying I'm choosing to be loving from this point forward, when I find myself maybe judging, criticizing something I did in the past, it's an opportunity to love who I was in the past that I'm trying to judge,
I
and
totally
to love
agree.
who I am today, which is for
Yes.
me, it's the same thing as returning to wholeness, returning to love, return to heal it. It's like heal that part that wants to take the past me apart.
Yeah.
Healing for me is to bring it back to wholeness. Love is about wholeness. So it's
Yes.
not like something coming up, there's mess. It's like if I'm cleaning up a room, there's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm like, oh, look at all this junk. But they served me at one point.
They do, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to be clear that the universe does not always work like that. You know, and so it's not an absolute statement is what that is not. But it is a perspective that's very powerful, you know, because I've seen myself doing failing miserably. And then something mystical just lifts me up. Phew. And I'm healed. And that, you know, that thing that lifted me up to a whole nother zone that I didn't get from, you know, it's like it came up to be healed, but, you know, but they lifted me up. I mean, it's just like, I didn't do anything. I was just failing. You know, I was failing.
Okay.
I was falling in failure.
Okay.
I put it that way, or failing in the fallen, whichever way.
But
You know,
if
but-
you already that, are you failing?
Hey, failure is just a chance for me to learn. So I understand that. But at the time when you're 37 years old and you got 2 kids and you don't have enough money and you don't have enough self-esteem and you're wondering what's happening with your relationship and what's going on and you're dealing with all kinds of stuff, you know, and you're just in a knot, you know, there was no time for me to go like to hear the wisdom that you were giving. There was only time for me to sit afraid, fearful, and then to hear somebody sing the truth to me
Right.
that I didn't create, you know. But he was as much a part of my journey,
Yes.
you know, as I was going to be a part of his, you know. It's just so much, you know, so it's like, everything is true and none of it is. You know, it's like the most important thing, the truest thing is that for me, is that God is all there is and God is all there'll ever be, you know.
And that's it. Yes.
And all that brings up a good song. Let's see what they're saying in the chat. I'm choosing
Oh,
heaven.
they are chatting. I'll have to scroll up and.
We don't know the hour of the Son of Man coming to take us home. Oh, that's
Oh, that was regarding Peggy.
that was her friend. Yeah. So then Jeff said, while you were restoring
check?
your personal comfort. Yeah, Jeff. Remember, Jeff, what you said?
I do. Which part would you like me to say?
Say all of it.
All of it. It started with me saying, I don't pray for patience because when I pray for patience, all I get are things to be patient for. And when it comes to this idea of healing, I've been in a 12-step program for 43 years. And the 4th step in the 12-step program is about digging up all of the stuff that you need to heal. And what happened over the years is every time there's one school of thought is that you need to keep doing that to keep healing yourself. And every time I do that, I would just get stuff come up that was negative.
And talk about the lady.
And, oh, the lady.
He's trying to leave out stuff.
Okay. All right.
Lord, you just
So-
threw that in, huh?
All right. So first of all, can everybody hear me okay? Because the
Yes,
last
we
time
can.
I was really
Look,
soft.
he's checking now, right? Now he's checking if we're going to hear it.
So there's a lady that lives next door to me that knows this Native American that has this thing to heal, like a ritual to do. So she said, get all the stuff that you think you need to heal and you put it in a sock and write it in this thing, and you do it. You go outside under the moon and you burn it, and all your stuff will come up for you to be healed. And man, did negative stuff come to me like it was for a week. All this crap was just around me.
I don't know why that makes me laugh. But keep going, Jeff.
And so all I could think of, why did I even do that? You know, the thing that comes to me, and then reflecting on this whole idea of a 4-step is the more I think about it and the more I try to do it, the more that stuff stays around. Mm-hmm. I don't need to keep going there because I was born happy, healthy, and whole. Mm-hmm. All of that other stuff is just self-created stuff that I need to not even pay attention to. Mm-hmm. When I pay attention to it, it just keeps showing up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So instead of praying for stuff to heal, I just know that I'm already healed and try to stay in that frame of mind rather than keep going back to try to get all that negative stuff, because it just keeps, the sock thing was the perfect example for me. Trying to release it just made it show up.
Which was probably, and you know, my heritage is also Native American. And
Mine too.
We were in the corner laughing at you. So, oh yeah, he's doing that, you know. But and actually, knowing Ade like I do, you know, that's the place that he really is at, you know, with that statement, you know. But for me, you know, when I heard it at first, what I got was our attention at that point is on unhealed. Everything that needs to be healed is coming, and I didn't want. That is not where my attention, where I want my attention to be, on what's unhealed. I want my attention to be on God, you know, and or my original self, my peace, my joy, and like we were saying yesterday, you know, I almost fell, and I said there was a test. The universe is going like, let's see, is she gonna be able to balance this time? There was a big lump in the sidewalk, and then there was a rock after that. So they gave me and I was a neo-balancing fool out there. I was not going down. I was like, it ain't happening this time.
You said, I ain't doing it no more.
I ain't doing it no more. I can't hit the floor no more. And I certainly wasn't going to hit that cement out there, you know. But, but it was like, and so I went on to say, well, you know, my answer to all of that is that I'm just balancing in my karma. You know, it's like I'm burning off karma. If I don't understand, I was like, I'm just burning off karma. But I don't give it a whole lot of why. It's like, hey, I'm here. I know whose I am. You know, and I know where I am, and I know why for.
And you're choosing heaven today.
Hey, Mickey, you know your part. My wings were heavy, I could not fly, haunted by dreams that were meant to come true. Love was there, I couldn't see it, so the voice of salvation came shining through you, and you said, God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. In the sky of my mind was lightning and thunder. I never could trust it would finally be right. But the truth in your eyes. Said, don't worry and don't wonder. You sang me a song that has shattered the lie. And you said, God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. I love this song because it's so simple. If your wings are heavy and you cannot fly, haunted by dreams that were meant to come true, God is right there. You just have to see it. Let the voice of salvation come shining through you, and just sing that God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. And it just gets simpler and simpler for me. The simple road.
Yes. Yes. God is.
Yeah.
God is. Everything else is a point of view.
That is a quote. I'm writing that down. Go on and talk. Say something else. Everything else is a point of view.
Yep. And God is the master of diversity. So all of it is just a combination of how, it's like I think I shared this one time when I was talking to my father, and he was talking about the Quran. He's Muslim, and just the things, how he sees life and how he understands God and my understanding. And I was sort of going back and forth with him. And then I just stopped myself. It's like, just stop. What point are you trying to prove to your father? Just stop it. And I said, Dad, it's the same conversation, just different languages. And he kept talking. And I think I shared this, and later on, because I just had to listen, because I realized there was a part of me that's trying to say, no, look at my point of view. My point of view is more universal. Look, I'm including Christianity and the Muslim religion. And then I thought, stop it. And then when he finished, he was like, you're right. And it was one of those moments where my ego was like, what? I said, shut up, sit down. I told my ego, sit your ass down. This is not your time. We're not doing that no more. But really just the demonstration for me recognizing that, trying to make my point of view, not just because it's my dad, just anybody in life. And to choose something different, to remember that God is all there is. It's just God is. However you see it, however you see it. Right. And to come back to my truth, like, I don't need to convince my father of how to see it the way I see it. And then God, as my father, through my father, was like, yes, he's right, and you're right.
Yeah.
There's an internal shift that needs to happen to be able to allow for other people's point of views, because sometimes we're just like, no, this is the truth. I hear some coming up.
No. When you say something has, love will take us higher, right?
Yes, love will take us higher, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Don't stop.
No, I just want, but you say there's something, so the truth keeps telling us Love's the only answer. And to all humanity, we can stay inspired. Reveal the way to greater love. You know, and that's my prayer, that the Spirit is revealing the way to greater love.
Yes.
Because remember last week when I was talking about my brother and a little kind of like a little tug we were having, and I said we both love him. And then the next conversation I had with him, he was saying all the things that I was trying to tell him that I thought he couldn't hear. He said everything I said, and it was like, I mean, a lot. You know, it was just, it was an amazing something to hear my words coming back to this person. You know, like what's that song that says, oh yeah, to move in the right way. That if you're awake and I'm sleeping, meet me halfway, because I'm trying. You know, and if the distance is too far, just move from the center of who you are, and we'll move in the right way.
Yes.
So the one that wakes up first is the one that's got to put the mask on, the oxygen on. It's like, take a deep breath. If you woke up first, because sometimes we be at it. We were doing pretty good before today. I tell you, that little Ade, he's a little feisty little cuss. But most of the time we're all saying the same thing. We're just doing it from our point of view.
Yes.
Like you say, God is, everything else is a point of view. Which is all, yeah.
And love is just looking for an outlet.
Love.
And whoever is willing to let love in out more out than in, really, because
yes,
it's create it. What's the word I'm looking for? Let me use activate. Brings us to that middle. When we allow ourselves to be the outlet for love to be expressed, revealed, the middle happens.
Hey, well, look, if we could just allow ourselves to be, period, just to be. If we could get to be, love. We're going to be that outlet. Sometimes I've seen people trying to be the outlet, and they're just really overachieving.
Overachieving.
Can we just be?
You're doing too much. That's it. You're doing too much. And
Kiana said, I'm feisty too, Ade, twins.
Well, you're Libra, I'm Aries, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, 20 years, you would have been mine.
You would have snatched me once again, right?
Oh no, you would have snatched me. Nah, I never did no snatching, baby.
Rickie done it tonight.
I don't know how to snatch, but but maybe I do, because I'd be singing. Hey now. That's what's it called? What is it when you do something that it's like a passive resistance?
What, passive aggressive?
Passive aggressiveness. Passive aggressiveness. Just sing to him, baby. Okay, let's get back to the holy, holy way.
That was the holy, holy way.
That is the holy, holy way.
That's where spirit and humanity, spirituality and humanity becomes one.
Hey, come on with it.
We don't need to front like, I'm spiritual. Well, I can't talk about stuff like that.
Well, that's what I was talking about, into being that opening. Like, if we could get to just being, we'd be surprised how the Spirit uses that.
Oh yeah, and then we open the pathway for a spiritual orgasm.
Yeah,
because when spirit and humanity come together, even we're lifted up in our conversation, the way we're being. Like, I just feel the sense of peace, and it's like, ooh, I feel the presence. Well,
I don't usually do much on Facebook. I just don't take the time for it, because it takes so much time, and I miss the sunshine and sunrise when I'm doing it. But today I did, because there were several remarks there that were about Peggy Zimmerman, and some beautiful things were written. And what I said was Peggy is with us, because I know Peggy's with us. And that just makes me smile to know that she's not suffering anymore, and she's with us. Yeah. I cried when I found out she passed, and then those tears of sadness became tears of joy. because I know she's with us. It's like, hey, she made it through. She made it through.
Yeah.
She made it through. So while I was on Facebook, though, there was a beautiful thing about the Iroquois Thanksgiving prayer. And this woman had said that, I think that was hers. She said when she read it, I believe that's what it was. No. There was an Iroquois Thanksgiving prayer that I've got to check out what that is. But there's another lady, there was a lady that, she didn't write it, but it was in double quotes. And she said, this really helped her. And it was so magnificent where she said that, that she had a life where she was depressed and she was driven in so many ways. She was unhappy. She had anxiety. She was just always trying to achieve, there was not enough of her, and her family was sucking the life out of her. This is my thing. And she says, but one day, her husband came in and said, I've been looking for a job for 3 months and I still haven't found one. I'm going to get a beer. And she said, okay. Her daughter came in and said, well, I had an accident with the car and blah, blah, blah. She said, okay, you'll fix it. You'll find the money. You'll fix it. Her mother-in-law, her sister-in-law showed up with the mother-in-law. And she says, well, there are blankets. There's a couch. Hey, I know you'll find whatever it is you need. That she kept. She let everybody do their thing without her trying to fix it.
Yes.
Trying to make it happen. And I believe that's, I want to call it maturity, but there were a lot of older people that I didn't know that had that skill. But I feel like from doing this Soul Fulfilling Wednesday and Do It No More Wednesday, Wednesday, I feel like I have really slipped into, I've spiraled up. And maybe it's doing the B Hood. Maybe it's WAP that doing all those beautiful songs. Maybe it's just dwelling on the essence of God and the Creator all the time. But something's happening to me. Something's changing. And when things go left or right, I'll go like, it'll work out.
Yes.
It'll work out. Or it won't. It's like, but that's for you. It's like that's not for me to manage. It's like I'm, and when I see that there's somebody around me that is really out of sorts, I allow them to be out of sorts without me trying to fix them.
Yes.
It's like, I know you. I was like, you're going to work it out. And if they want me to say something, then I will. If they ask me, but I ain't giving all that. I ain't giving no more. I can't do it no more. So let them children, let them be. Let these folks be.
Yes.
Seeing my grandson, who's 2 years old, very powerful, very smart. And these kids coming here today, I didn't know what a hexagon, pentagon was till I was at least 8 years old. But he knows them all. They were even getting to the dododron or something. I'm going like, he ain't gonna need that. But he was walking and he was running, and I was like, they need to be with him because if he falls, he's gonna really hurt himself really bad. And it's like she says he's not. He's learned to manage his speed. Because he did fall. So they're not trying to break his fall. They're letting him discover the world. Yes. Without trying to put out all the fires, man. And because I was never wanting my children to fall or anything. It's like, no, we can't. Usually it's like, we don't have that kind of insurance. We don't have no insurance.
We only got Jesus.
We got Jesus. Thank God Jesus pulled us through too, because of my goodness, but it was like, to be able to let people be where they are, to just like, we want, we got to accept them. And I think that gives a whole new feeling for unconditional loving. It doesn't make you not an activist or not to speak up when we need to speak up and do the things. We're doing that. We're doing that anyway. What we're doing right now is making the world better.
Yeah.
I already know that, you know. So, you know, the being is the field of magic, or beyond. You know, we're just calling it magic, but it's the field of those things. That word you used before, manifesting, which I don't use much, but it's those things appearing. You know, in this time, it's happening through us. You know, it's happening through us. And if you're on this call, you already know. Let it be. That's right, Deborah. That's right. That's right. We each have our journey, ours to travel.
Yes.
Yes. See, people deep on this. I mean, this is just like her songs. I was waiting on someone to say it. I mean, so I was thinking about all that, like that lady, that writing that she said that she, you know, she stopped trying to save these people, and her life has become so peaceful in allowing these people to find their own way. Yes. You know, and so in my head I was thinking about all fades into God, but I remember when I wrote that song, I wrote it from a place of anguish. You know, anguish. It was like, you know, in my pain, there inside my weakness is the seed of something greater in me, and the shame of not choosing higher, and all the disappointing moments fade into God. No mistakes have been made in God. All the ways that we seem to fail in God, all fades into God. So I was thinking about that song, and I just had joy, you know, that I'm at the place in my life where I'm already on this part. In God is the gravity that holds me together. In God is the orbit in which I am spinning. I see the stars, and I remember inside my pain is the seed of my strength. In God, oh, it's the gravity that holds me together. In God is the orbit in which I am spinning. I see the stars, and I remember inside my pain is the seed of my strength. God is my life, and God is such excellence. All the ways that we seem to fail, and God all fails. All fades into God. All fades into God.
Yes, yes.
And with family, it's particularly hard because we want them to do it our way. You know, we already know what they need to do. And they're like, no, I'm doing it my way. You do it your way. And hey, why not?
Why not? Especially if we want to do it our way, why do we want to tell other people to do it our way? If we have the permission to do it our way, so they have a permission to do it their way. That is unconditional love. I love you unconditionally, but I don't want you to hurt yourself. I don't want you to make the mistakes I made. No, that's conditional love.
Yeah.
I love you in spite of conditions or whatever conditions you get yourself into. You know?
Yeah. I mean, my daughter left home, and I don't talk about her business, much. But my kids say I talk about their business all the time. But it's good stories. But when she left home, she did it on her own, just like I did. And she had to learn her lessons. She had to learn how to love herself. And hey, she is learning that. And that's a very powerful thing. When we learn to love ourselves, and when you learn who you are, who you really are, you learn to love yourself. Whoa. That's that's some clean clothes. That's a clean wash. It comes up to be washed. Yeah. It's like to see her learning her lessons, I did not interfere much. I said a few things every now and then.
But that's part of it, though, isn't it? Where there are times we're led to say something, if we're listening, and there are times we're led to be quiet, and there are times where we're feeling like, but I got something to say, and some
and check it out. If you say it, that was the right thing too, because it's gonna go to where it needs to go to. Exactly. Like you say, it's coming up. Yeah. I'm one of 6 kids, and we're all losing our minds over what to do for my mom. Yeah. One day, if I see Georgia in person, I want to see if she remembers me meeting her with those Parkins. I don't know what that is.
Is that a typo? With her, meeting her with her.
With those Perkins, maybe. Those Parkins. Anyway, everybody's doing good, and I'm allowing them, because mothers, man, one day they're going to be like Mickey and his 6 brothers and sisters. They're going to be messing over me, trying to figure out what mom wants. And I'm going to like, will y'all leave me alone? Just give me some donut friends holes, the ones in the middle that Jeff forgot to bring me.
Call Jeff. Jeff will get it. He knows what I want.
The life is something. That's a mom following our hearts and speaking our peace and love. That's right. And then sometimes we learn that we don't. We'll let them do it. Hands off. Hey.
Yeah.
You go. You find how to do it. If you call me if you need me, and some parents go like, "Don't be calling me. You made that bed. You go lie in it." So whatever suits you. But and I'm not trying to tell anybody how to parent, because I'm not so sure that I was the greatest one. But you know what? I was the one I was, and whatever good that I could bring to my children, they took it and ran with it, and that's what children do. They take it. Even our worst, they take it, and try to make some good out of that. And many times they do. But all faith's in the God. If they haven't done it yet, they will do it eventually. If not this lifetime, the next. Yeah.
And that hands off comes from a place of what I call matured love, spiritual maturity. Like if I say I believe, it all fades into God. Can I let go? So much so that the letting go, hands off, is for me, not my brother, my sister, my children. It's for me. Can I really stand and say it all fades into God? If I believe God is all there is, it all fades into God. and I feel like they're not listening to me, can I let go and trust what I say I know? Because in that, it
And
becomes
live
my own experience.
and live accordingly.
Yes.
Because the deal
Yes.
is that like it's written, like Jesus said, they will know you by your fruits. They will know you by what it is that you're doing. You know, and sometimes, you know, we can be talk, say, hey, just go on and live. Hey, if it's working for you, they're going to see that it's working for you. And
That's
then
it.
one day they come around and go like, you know what? I'm sorry. you know,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I could have been better with you in that frame. You know, and that makes me cry when that happens. I go like, oh, you're right. But the fact that you can see it is just making me so happy right now.
You're right.
No. Wait, listen. These children done curved me into a very sweet mama. I think. Well, no, I just think the time of being with my mother, and my mother could be very cantankerous sometimes. You know, like you're 93, you get a lot of pain in your body. You can't do the things that you used to do. You don't have the flexibility. You haven't had that kind of flexibility for most of your life anyway, and now you have less, and it's diminishing with the moment. You know, it can really bring you to a point of frustration. And a lot of times we see that in our elders, you know. But I watched my mom get to you know, in making her exit, her way out. I watched her surrender, and it became okay, you know, all right. And I saw when she changed, you know. But for 94 years and 2 weeks, she was like feisty, you know. But having watched her and the way it went, I was like, man, it was like there was nothing wrong with her, man. There was nothing wrong with her, the way she was in her body. You know, she didn't need to be kinder. She didn't need to, you know, watch her tongue. She didn't need to not be mean. She needed to be all the things that she was.
Yes.
She needed to be all those things. You know, all of that was part, like you said originally, you know, the stuff that was up for her. You know, and she couldn't heal it. You know, she couldn't heal that. You know, she just had to watch me love her through it. And that was the healer for her, was my love for her. And so, you know, love is a healer.
Love is a healer. Love is a healer. I just want to amplify what you said there. Like, as you talk about your mother, I want to encourage the listeners to feel that everything that you've ever done was what you needed it to be, what needed to be done. Whether you reflected back and say, well, no, it was because the only, you know, people say, if I knew then what I know now, I would do something different. Well, the only reason you know now what you know is because of what you went through then. That experience in the past gave you a broader perspective. So if we can like embrace that everything I am and that I'm not, it's enough. It's just what it needed to be, and it's what it is. Because God is, and everything fades into God.
Yeah.
Even the pain, even the struggle, even the things I don't understand, even feeling depressed, even feeling like the world is against me. It's all happening in God, as God, through God.
Yes.
I know it's not always easy when we're in the midst of that. It's like, I don't know how this is God, but it's an opportunity for us to see, what is your idea of God?
What is it you know of God?
I hear a song, but we got to make an announcement.
No, I'm not going to sing it, but the words are perfect. It's like greater giving, greater loving, greater joy. You know.
Yes.
We do have some announcements to make. Oh, that's beautiful, Susan. We must allow others the freedom of choice and to be authentically themselves, and to find out what our authentic self is also, because that is the work. When we can find that, that part that she's saying, it delivers. So the Soul Sisters retreat is open for registration. It's going to be a magnificent retreat. This year is virtual retreat. Last year, but next year it's going to be live in flesh. But you want to sign up for it. They extended the early bird one more day, so the early bird will be good. You'll save $40 if you sign up by tomorrow night, and it's going to be so good. The name of the retreat this year, the theme is "As I Am." I go into the world as I am. And so we got it going on. And it's going to be a beautiful retreat with Greta Sashida, who's healing fast and beautifully, and myself, and some dynamic soul sisters. This is our 23rd year, and we love doing it. We have a team of Zoom sisters. The diversity is very powerful, intergenerational, and just wonderful. So just show up. Women, sign up for the retreat. I believe that you will love it. I wanted to also say that thank you those of you who signed up for the Kauai trip. We're going to have a great time in Kauai October 10th. That's still, I think the rooms are all gone, but there are rooms. You can get rooms there in Kauai if you're into it. It's going to be fun. And then we've already spoken about this dynamic podcast by our beloved Life Coach Ade. That's on Tuesdays at 10 a.m., 1 p.m. Eastern time, and 6 p.m. UK time. And then there's B Radio. Thank you, Jeff Kushner, who's going to be moving on. We'll be getting a new program director probably in August or September. But for now, we got that good programming by Jeff Kushner, Mondays with Sherlock, Beverly Brewster with her dynamic meditation at 7 a.m., and the healing, you're soaking in it, stepping with inspiration. You're soaking in it with Jeff Kushner on Tuesday nights, the healing with Dorothy James, great program. Stepping with inspiration, Norma Choza, Moni's Mixes, all that good music on Wednesdays. And Awaken Pillow Talk with John and Kathy Stringer. And then the wonderful Take a Moment for Health with Dr. Lori Eames, who is just the best at seducing us into greater health. So I want to thank Jeff Noose for being with us this evening. Ayana Stokes for setting up our program. I want to thank my good friend Life Coach Ade for showing up and for not beating up on me too hard. This Saturday, so Sanctified Saturday, this coming Saturday, it's our last Saturday because by popular demand, we're going back to Sunday devotionals, and that will be a live devotional at Hot and Cool. So if you're in the area, come on down to Hot and Cool, come early. And we're inside, not outside. We're inside. This on the 18th of July. From the 18th of July on, most of the time we will be live in LA. So those of you, and we will be live streaming. So that is the news for this evening. But the real news is that all fades into God. God is all there is, and God is all there will ever be. And what is God? Greater giving, greater loving, greater joy.
And God is sexy. So go out there and make God sexy.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. He can't help it.
No.
You know, he's choosing sexy today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Be blessed, and all things be blessed. God bless.
Peace and blessings.